Hello, Nicole Zervius from Citrus Australia here, talking to you today about KCT applications, Korea, China and Thailand export markets. If you have completed your citrus tree census and you have completed it correctly, where it asks you to answer yes or no for exporting to Korea, China, Thailand. If you have clicked yes, then you'll get an email similar to this one. This is an example of an acknowledgement email, and it's asking you to complete your KCT application. You'll see here there'll be a link. This link will take you straight into your application form section. It'll take you to a menu where you'll be able to create your application. You'll also notice in this email it will state your username and password. Keep these handy as you'll need them from time to time to access your InfoCitrus online information. So let's assume that we've done our tree census, we have this email, and we've clicked on this URL link. It should then take you straight into a page similar to this. So under the heading of KCT applications will be a menu. Your menu will have three options: create KCT application form, create KCT application group form, or view KCT applications. This group application, I'll talk about this on another video. So you may want to group your blocks, or you may need to apply for individual blocks. So I'll talk to you about creating a KCT application form for individual blocks. So I'll need to pick a registered packhouse from the list, and I'll need to select any of the orchards or orchard addresses that I'll be working on. Once I've done that, I'll click submit. You can see it takes you to another table. From this table, I'll be able to select the blocks that I want to register for KCT markets. Once I've ticked these blocks, I can click on Create KCT Application Form. Here's my KCT application form. I've selected my primary packhouse in the previous menu. I will now select my crop monitor. If you're not sure about your crop monitor, speak to your packhouse. So I'll select a crop monitor at this stage. Any other secondary packhouses can be selected at this stage as well. And I'll need to tick the markets that I'm interested in. So I'm ticking Korea, China and Thailand. They're the markets that I've spoken about with my packhouse. They're the markets that I want to apply for. Page 2 allows you to fill in more blocks as required. Page 3 is a grower declaration and packhouse declaration page. So at this point I'm applying as a grower. I'll put in my name here. The date is pre-populated. The packhouse declaration does not need to be filled in at this stage. This is done by the packhouse once the orchard map and the crop monitor report has been loaded and everything else is checked, the pack house will complete this part of it. Page 4 is the Department of Agriculture and Water Resources privacy notice. Anything to do with the privacy is on page 4. So let's go back to page 1. So if at this stage you've discovered that you've forgotten a patch, or you need to change a patch, this can be done by clicking on this button here. I can delete that one, or I can add another one. If I do add another one, I've got to make sure that I tick those boxes again and pick a crop monitor. But at this stage, I just want to leave the yard block. That's the only patch I want to register at this stage. Once I'm happy with all of that, I'll click Send KCT Application. If at this stage though, you discover your tree census was not completed correctly and your block names have not come through correctly, don't save at this stage. Just close your application. You'll need to go back to the tree census, change your tree census, save your tree census again, and then go back into creating an application form like we did on the previous page. But for now, using this example, I'm happy with this, so I'll send it. This saves it to the server, gives you a pop-up, your KCT application has been saved and is being processed. So that's great. I'll close that at this stage. Now if I return to Prior menu and I change this selection to View KCT Applications, I'll be able to view what I've just done. So I'll submit at this stage, and under the reference number column is a highlighted URL link. This is your application form. If I click on that, it opens up the form that I've just completed. So at this stage I can change it again. Just make sure that if you do change something, you send it again to the server, and that saves it. If you have any issues with the application process, please notify me. After you've saved your application form, you'll be able to go in and load your map. You'll see this section is highlighted after you've saved the form. So if you wanted to load your map, you'll click on this, you'll click on Select Image, you'll find your map in your computer and go through the loading process. One thing very important to remember about your map is that it must match your blocks. So if I were to load a map for this orchard, I'd expect to see a block called Yard Block. Now for Queensland Growers are Fuller's Rose Weevil free, and they register their orchard. Any other state will need to register their blocks as well. So when the lists are compiled for export, the Queensland growers will just have their orchard numbers. All other states will have the block names with each patch registered individually. For more information about KCT applications, please contact Nicole Zervius on 0499 044 111.